What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taiko and today we will be talking about the top 5 best coins that has the biggest potential in the next 5 years. So I'm not gonna talk about some coins that are gonna do bullish in the next 2 months, in 2026, January it's going to 1000x. No guys, these are the coins you're gonna hold for a long time, but these has purposes, and purposes means they are very easy and handy to use for in the future. You know the future is coming, so I am coming to explain you which one are the best. So listen very careful and let's just dive into the video. And guys, at number 1 we have Ondo. So this one has a 1 billion in TVL and is partnered with BlackRock Pendle, which captures 80% of the RVA users. One of the biggest names, of course, in bringing US treasuries and money market funds on chain. They just don't wrap crypto, guys. They wrap real world bonds, enabling DeFi investors and like access stable TradeFi style yield via USDY and OUSG. So they've tokenized over $1 billion plus USD of assets and they're launching their own layer 1 chain on RWA. So, but a warning note, to be honest, about Ondo, the token. It gives governance a speculative upside. Some inside the community argue that once the chain and the RWA raise a fully live, token utility like could change a little bit. So it's a high potential, it's really high potential, but it's early stage, to be honest. Also with a market cap of 1.6 with 24 hours trading volume, also 68 with the highest. Let me just check it out. Where does it say? All-time high was on $2. I believe it will just skyrocket to $2 the next year maybe also, but I'm not promising anything, of course. Also not a financial advisor. Maybe I am, but I'm not, guys. I wish. And all-time low on 0.08, and this was also last year January. So it did big and it did like very low in a very short term, but this one has its own reasons, so it is getting also more spoken about. So trust these guys, just do your research also and just check it out. So let's just get to number 2, because this one is a little bit more spicy. It's the other one, like I'm talking about fragrance or something, but I'm not. So let's just dive to it. And guys, next up we have Pendle, one and only, and which connects also DeFi and TradeFi. It has a 4.8 billion in TVL. And also a revenue sharing model. Number 3 is Clearpool. We know Clearpool, I hope, or Clearpool, of course, which is a layer 1 RWA yield like the first one, of course, with 700 million in loan issues and manage around 70 billion, guys, it's in assets. And the total supply is right now on 281. That's what I see, I think. Yes, it is. And what's important is it has been used to reward liquidity like providers, and also with time the emission schedule decays as designed, of course. But why? To be honest, Pendle, it aligns with your idea of connecting the DeFi and TradeFi. So it doesn't directly tokenize, guys. What's important is it transforms the yields and bearing assets into tradable yields. And this is very big, to be honest. So it has a own purpose. So I like it, the thing with the decentralized, of course. So it's less about the RWA, like Ondo, to be honest, but treasuries more like interest rates and DeFi. So it's a different flavor of yield. So this is very good. This is one of the most potentially crypto coins, to be honest, and it's very underrated. As you can see, it has a all-time high of $7.50 and all-time low was really low in 2022, back in the crisis. But if we look at the all-time charts, we can see it's going back and it may be stabilize itself with the next bull. We never know when it comes, of course. And this one also doesn't really have a connection with the Bitcoin's market. So you can see also when Bitcoin does high, it doesn't have to impact Pendle also. So I really like this one. And these are coins, of course, you have to hold for like more years than, to be honest, in months, because that's what you do with crypto. To be honest, I'm not a liquidation guy, so I'm not going to talk about daily trading. But it's your own opinion, of course. It's my own opinion what it is. Also, guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I like the community, so I really love you guys. Let's just get to the number 3. And guys, at number 3 we have the one and only Clearpool. So this is not a DeFi degen platform, of course, with big institutions use Clearpool to access capital fast. This one is a bit also different because its borrowers are the real companies, so not random wallets. This is what you should know. The loans are unsecured, so it's also riskier, but also higher yield. So this one gets you higher in profit. It opens the door to institutional grade, also RWA credit markets. So Clearpool is the highway connecting real institution to DeFi and liquidity, of course, and big companies borrow. So that's what you should know. Users lend and everything is just very transparent here. This is how the first $1 trillion, of course, becomes into crypto. And though it platforms exactly, this is a bit like Clearpool, but also like it has a high volume. That's what you look at. I know it did a very big dip after some days this year, but let's just check it out. All-time high is on $2.5. So right now it is really low on the 0.4. It is very close to the lowest it had been back in the days. But you can see CPOL is the utility and governance token for the Clearpool protocol. So it's a whitelisting of new borrowers. So you borrow, the company borrows the money actually technically. So it has really potential these next years in the future. It's a coin people talk about. It's on Solana or now ETH, I see. And this one has potential. You see it did back in November in 20, let me just see, 21. It did at $2 and we can see that this one has and did some volume back in the day again at December, but it has maybe also a chance that it can break through again the next month in December again, but we don't know, of course. Number 4, guys, we have checks. So also the simplest ways to think about checks is that the utility token, like the feel of membership, of course, for the Chintai platform. The Chintai platform is a special kind of blockchain. That's one thing. So that's all about making it easy, fast, and legally compliant to turn real-world asset into digital. So the core purpose of this is it's digitizing real-world assets. So RWA. The main goal of Chintai, and therefore checks, of course, is build a bridge between the traditional world and of finance, of course, and like the banks and stocks, and the world of the blockchain. So what they do is they take real world assets, things like real estate, corporate bonds, or even carbon credits. And this process is called like tokenization, you know it. So what they do is they do it like it makes the whole assets much easier to trade on. So divide, you can buy in tiny fraction or building and manage globally with all the rules and regulations. So the unique thing about Chintai is it focuses on regulations and compliance, which is a vital of dealing and which big financial institutions, of course, also hovering around 0.031 on dollars. And you can also see the all-time high. Low it was on 0.03, high on 0.3, again in 24 hours. And just check it out. This is Chintai. Let's get to number 5. And guys, last but not least, of course, we have Taiko. So what's Taiko and what makes this excite me right now? So Taiko it's an Ethereum layer 2 built on super powerful Zeki rollups. And what that means, to be honest, is you got Ethereum like security plus, blazing fast and cheap transactions, and they didn't launch some half-baked layer 2. So they launched a fully EVM compatible network, and that means the Ethereum D app can move there with 0 changes. And so whether you're a DeFi or a like NFT gaming fan, it doesn't matter. Everything you love in Ethereum can work on Taiko. So the way lower fees and faster finality works also on Taiko like on Ethereum. On top of that, of course, Taiko raised major VC money. So their maniest is right now live and people are already using it. So this is speculation. It's live, real adoption. If Ethereum keeps scaling, issues Taiko could become to go the layer 2 for early investors, of course. So that means the upside could be huge, but it's a real potential token, and it's also tokenized. Taiko Swap launched a native DEX on Taiko. And guys, that was it. That was my top 5 best coins that has the best potential this and the next year. So I hope you guys liked it. Let's get to the outro and let's go and let's do the farewell part. Hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Of course, this was Taiko. Of course, nothing of this is financial advice. I said of course like 20 times, but it doesn't matter. Love you guys. See you guys next time. Ciao.